Good morning, everyone. I am Izame Adelina. I am your reporter for today. My report is all about a comparative analysis or study of the educational system of Algeria, Ukraine, and Croatia. Algeria as underdeveloped country, Ukraine as developing country, and Croatia as developed country. Let us compare the historical background of education of the three countries during the pre-colonial or the early education. Prior to French conquest, education in Algeria took place primarily in madrasas or Quranic schools. However, these religious schools were mostly disbanded by the colonial regime and educational access became limited for the majority of the indigenous population. Before the rise of the powerful empires, education was influenced by the Byzantine Empire. Religious texts were central, and Church Slavonic was the language of instruction in Ukraine. While in Croatia, the Catholic Church played a significant role in early education, focusing on Latin and religious studies. Now let us move on to colonial or the foreign rule. French colonization disrupted traditional education. French schools aimed to assimilate Algerians using French as the language of instruction and promoting French culture. Access to these schools was limited for Algerians, leading to a decline in overall literacy. Ukraine experienced rule by various empires, each impacting education. The Russian Empire emphasized the Russian language and culture. Austro-Hungarian rule in some regions saw education in German or Polish. This period lacked a unified system and created disparities in access and language. When Croatia became part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, education became standardized with German and Hungarian as the languages of instruction. This aimed to assimilate Croats into the empire. The socialist education system aimed to increase social mobility and equality. Serbo-Croatian, a language combining elements of Serbian and Croatian, was used. Next is during the post-independence or the modern era. After gaining independence in 1962, Algeria focused on Arabization. Arabic became the primary language of instruction. The government aimed to increase literacy rates and provide scientific and technical educational to modernize the country. While in Ukraine, after the formation of the Soviet Union in 1922, a standardized education system was implemented. Russian became the primary language to promote national unity. The focus shifted towards industrial and technical skills to support the Soviet economy. Since gaining independence in 1991, education reforms aimed to Ukrainize the system. The Ukrainian language is emphasized alongside promoting national identity and cultural heritage. While in Croatia, following independence in 1991, Croatia reformed its education system to promote the Croatian language and national culture. In summary, about the historical background of education of the three countries, all three countries show the influence of religion and regional powers on their educational development. Colonial or foreign rule often disrupted traditional systems and imposed new languages and priorities. post-independence eras have seen efforts to establish national education systems reflecting their unique identities and needs. Let us compare the three countries in terms of their geography. Let's start with Algeria. Its name is Algeria, or the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Its capital is Algiers. Land area is 919,590 square miles, or 2,381,741 square kilometer. Its population is 46,839,000. The language used is Arabic as an official language and Tamazight as national language. Their religion is Islam. Ukraine. Its capital is Kiev. Land area is 603,550 square miles, or 1 million 563,187 square kilometer. Its population is 43,745,640. The language used is Ukrainian as their official language. Most Ukrainians are Christians. A small number of Ukrainians are Jewish or Muslim. Croatia, or the Republic of Croatia. Its capital is Zagreb. Land area is only 21,621 square miles, or 56,594 square kilometer. Its population is 4,270,480. The language used is Croatian. In terms of religion, 78.97% are Catholics, 3.32% are Orthodox Christians, 1.32% are Muslims, and 0.26% are Protestants. In terms of size, Algeria is the largest by a wide margin. It is the biggest country in Africa, covering a vast of 2,381,741 square kilometers. Ukraine as the second largest, with a significant of 1,563,187 square kilometers. And Croatia is smallest among the three, with 56,594 square kilometers. Landscape. Algeria is dominated by the Sahara Desert, making up over 80% of its land. The north has the Tel Atlas Mountains along the Mediterranean coast with fertile valleys and plains. Ukraine, mostly flat plains with fertile black soil, ideal for agriculture. Mountains are present in the west, Carpathian Mountains, and southeast is Crimean Mountains. Croatia, diverse landscape with a long coastline on the Adriatic Sea, offering beaches and islands. The Dinaric Alps run through the center, while the east has plains along the Danube River. Climate. In Algeria, hot and dry in the Sahara, while scorching summers and cool winters. The Mediterranean coast enjoys a milder climate with warm, dry summers and cool, wet winters. Ukraine, continental climate with distinct seasons. Hot summers and cold, snowy winters are common. Croatia, Mediterranean climate along the coast with warm, dry summers and mild, wet winters. The inland areas have a more continental climate with hot summers and colder winters. Next is their aims and objectives in education. In Algeria, they strive to ensure all citizens can read and write. Curriculum and instruction are primary in Arabic. They aims to equip students with the skills and knowledge necessary for jobs in key sectors like industry and technology. They also emphasizes developing critical thinking skills to help students analyze information and solve problems effectively. While in Ukraine, they ensure high quality and accessible education for all Ukrainians, fostering active, responsible citizens who can contribute to a democratic and prosperous Ukraine. They also provide a strong foundation in core subjects like language, math, science, and critical thinking skills. They equip students with essential 21st century skills like digital literacy, communication, collaboration, and problem solving. While in Croatia, they develop well rounded individuals or a holistic individual. They prepare students for lifelong learning, contribute to social and economic development, promote democratic values, adapt to a changing world, strengthen vocational education and training, and promote active learning. Those are their aims and objectives in education. Next is their administration of education. Algeria's education system is characterized by a centralized administration, though there have been efforts towards decentralization. Ministry of National Education, Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research, and Ministry of Professional Education. Those are the agencies which are capable of implementing and administering the education system in Algeria. Next is in Ukraine. They also have three agencies. We have Ministry of Education and Science, State Inspectorate of Educational Institutions of Ukraine, and National Agency for Quality Assurance in Higher Education. Next is in Croatia. In the central level, they have Ministry of Science and Education, national agencies such as Education and Teacher Training Agency, Agency for Vocational Education and Training and Adult Education, Agency for Mobility and EU Programs, National Center for External Evaluation of Education, and the Croatian Academic and Research Network, or the CARNET. Next is let us compare the present system of primary, secondary, and higher education. Let's start with the primary education. In Algeria, the primary education duration has 5 years, ages 6 to 11, which is compulsory and free. They focus on providing foundational literacy and numeracy skills, natural sciences, and social studies. Their medium of instruction is primary Arabic with French introduced later. Next is in Ukraine. Primary education in Ukraine is optional, ages 3 to 6. This is not compulsory, but attendance is on the rights. And their primary education is from grades 1 to 4, and it is compulsory and free. In Croatia, they have the Early Childhood Education and Care, or the ECEC, and that is optional. Easy Easy caters children from 6 months to 6 years old. The last year is compulsory before entering primary school because their primary education is compulsory. Next is in secondary education. In Algeria, the duration of secondary education is 7 years. That is from ages 11 to 18. Then it is divided into two stages. We have the lower secondary, which is 4 years, ages 11 to 15, and upper secondary, which is 3 years, ages 15 to 18. While in Ukraine, basic secondary education is compulsory, and specialized secondary education or the upper secondary. In Croatia, the duration is 4 years. It is from ages 14 to 15 to 18 to 19. They offers two main paths. We have the general upper secondary education and vocational education. Next is in terms of the higher education. In Algeria, students can choose from general, specialized, or technical vocational tracks. Access requires passing the baccalaureate exam. So before you can enroll to higher education, you have to take first the baccalaureate exam and pass it. Next is in Ukraine. Entrance to higher education programs typically requires passing an external examination. So just like in Algeria, they also have the external examination. Universities offer bachelor's degrees, which is typically 4 years, and master's degree, and that is typically 1 to 2 years. Higher education institutions can be state-funded or private with varying tuition fees. So just like here in our country, we have the public or the state colleges and we have private also. In Croatia, institutions, universities, polytechnics, and academies of art offer undergraduate and postgraduate programs. So, entrance is competitive based on high school grades and entrance exam for some programs. Next is the early years of education. Early years education in Algeria is still developing, but there are efforts to expand access. Preschool enrollment is around 24% only. Algeria offers free and compulsory education from ages 6 to 15, but preschool is not included in the mandatory part. While in Ukraine, preschool is for children ages 3 to 6, though attendance becomes mandatory at age 5. Children can attend public kindergartens or private institutions. There's a national curriculum outlining what children should learn, or the basic component of preschool education. Recent reforms emphasize play-based learning and social emotional development. In Croatia as what I have said earlier, they have early childhood education and care, or the ECEC. Is offered in kindergartens for children from 6 months old up until they begin primary school. Early childhood education in Croatia emphasizes also play-based learning, where children learn through exploration, discovery, and interaction with their peers and environment. Next is their educational systems and structures. The Algerian education system follows a 3-6-4-3 format. Preschool, 3 years, primary education 6 years, middle education 4 years, secondary education 3 years. And in higher education, universities and higher institutes offer undergraduate and graduate programs. While the education system in Ukraine is divided into these levels, we have pre-primary education, ages 3 to 6, primary education, grades 1 to 4, basic secondary education, grades 5 to 9, upper secondary education, grades 10 to 11, and the tertiary education. In tertiary education, it includes universities, academies, and institutes offering bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. While the Croatian education system follows this structure, the early childhood education and care, or the ECEC, is optional. Then primary education is compulsory. Then their secondary education is um, divided into two, which is the general and the vocational. So the student can choose whether he enrolled on general or on vocational. And then higher education. This includes universities and polytechnics and academies of arts offering undergraduate and postgraduate programs. Next is their access. So in Algeria has made strides in increasing access to education. Enrollment rates are high, particularly in primary education. Access to quality education can be better in urban areas compared to rural ones. While enrollment rates for girls are improving, there's a slight gap compared to boys, particularly in secondary and higher education. The, the Ukrainian constitution guarantees free and compulsory basic education for all citizens. However, ensuring equitable access across all regions and social groups remains a challenge. Education is free and compulsory for all children from age 6 to 18, that is in Croatia. The Croatian constitution guarantees the right to education for all citizens. The government strives to ensure equitable access, but there are challenges, particularly for students from marginalized communities or with disabilities. Next is in terms of their funding. Education is primarily funded by the government. Spending on education has increased in recent years, but there are ongoing efforts to improve resource allocation and address infrastructure deficiencies in some schools. So just like in Algeria, in Ukraine also, the education is primarily funded by the state, with some additional funding coming from local budgets and private sources. Public spending on education has increased in years, but challenges remain in ensuring efficient use of funds. The education system is primarily funded by the national government with some additional funding coming from local governments and private sources. So just like the other two countries, their education is also funded by the national government. However, funding limitations can affect resources available to schools. Next is governance. Who governs the educational system or the um yes, the educational system. So in Algeria, the educational system is governed by the Ministry of National Education, which is responsible for overseeing the educational system. There is a degree of decentralization with local authorities playing a role in school management. The Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine is responsible for setting national education policy and standards. Local education departments have some autonomy in managing schools. There is an ongoing push for increased decentralization and school autonomy. While in Croatia, the one who governs the educational system is the Ministry of Science and Education, which sets the national curriculum, oversees educational standards, and allocates resources. Schools have some degree of autonomy in their management, with school boards involving parents, teachers, and community members. Next is description of schools. Schools in Algeria are primarily public institutions. There are also a small number of private schools. Class sizes can be large and resources may vary depending on the location. So just like here in our country, if your location is far from the far from the city or town, you have only limited resources. So next is most schools in Ukraine are public institutions. So just like in Algeria, most schools are public also. However, there is a growing number of private schools. Schools typically have a principal and a team of teachers who specialize in different subjects. Next is schools in Croatia are generally well equipped with qualified teachers. However, there are concerns about class sizes and the need for more individualized attention for students. Next is let us compare the three countries in terms of their issues on standards and quality. Algeria faces several challenges in achieving a standard and high quality education system for all. These are some of the issues on standards and quality of Algeria. Language and policy, teacher training and resources, high repetition rates, limited early childhood education, and unequal opportunities. Ukraine's education system faces challenges in both standard and quality. Standard, we have unequal access and wars impact. Quality, we have outdated teaching methods, teacher training and motivation, infrastructure and resources, and unofficial payments. While Croatia, they participate in international assessments like PISA or Program for International Student Assessment to evaluate student performance. While results are above average in primary education, they dip in lower secondary school. Efforts are underway to improve educational quality and address these gaps. So just like Croatia, um, the Philippines also participated in the PISA. That is the international. The PISA is one of the international assessment. Next is in terms of their curriculum. The curriculum in Algeria is developed by a national body called the National Commission for Pedagogical Programs. This commission falls under the authority of the Algerian Ministry of Education. While in Ukraine, the curriculum for school is developed under the leadership of the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine. The ministry sets the core curriculum. Schools have some flexibility. Next is in Croatia. The national curriculum sets the learning objectives and content for each educational level. It emphasizes core subjects, critical thinking, and digital literacy skills. However, the curriculum can be perceived as rigid, with calls for more flexibility and student centered learning approaches. The Ministry of Science and Education sets the national framework for education. Next is Education and Management. Article 53 of the Constitution of 1996 stipulates that the state shall have the authority to organize the education system. Algeria's education system is overseen by the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research. They set the curriculum and manage the system overall. Regional and national evaluation bodies make sure educational quality is maintained. In Ukraine, the Ministry of Education and Science is the main body responsible for organizing and managing the education system. This ministry oversees all levels of education, from preschool to higher education. They develop curriculum frameworks, manage funding allocation shared between national and local budgets, and implement educational reforms like the recent extension of compulsory education to 12 years. While in Croatia, the Ministry of Science and Education provides overall guidance. They establish curriculum, oversee administrative tasks, and work on development and quality control across all education levels, primary, secondary, and higher. Several national agencies support the MSE. These include agencies for teacher training, vocational education, student mobility, and external evaluation of education. Next is technical education and training. Algeria provides technical training through the Ministry of Vocational Training and Education. Students can pursue programs after secondary school or for further specialization after higher education. The government is working to align these programs with current job market needs. Challenges include a lack of instructors, resources, and strong industry connections. Ukraine offers technical training through the Ministry of Education and Science. Training lasts from a few months to several years depending on the chosen program. There is a growing focus on combining classroom learning with practical experience through dual education programs. Modernization efforts aim to align training with current job market needs. Challenges include the war's impact, a lack of resources, and building stronger industry connections. While in Croatia, technical and vocational education and training, or TVET, is an important part of the educational system, preparing students for skilled jobs in various sectors. However, the VET programs need to keep pace with evolving industry demands to ensure graduates have the necessary skills. Okay, now let us have the summary of the comparison of the three countries in terms of their education system and others. All three countries, Algeria, Ukraine, and Croatia, strive to offer quality education to their citizens. Their systems differ in structure, focus, and current challenges. Croatia is most centralized system with the Ministry of Science and Education holding primary control over curriculum, administration, and quality control. Algeria and Ukraine are centralized ministries with some decentralization at lower levels. Algeria has regional evaluation bodies, while Ukraine has national agencies supporting the ministry. All three recognize the importance of the VET programs to equip graduates for the job market. They offer training at secondary and post-secondary levels, but Ukraine faces additional challenges due to the ongoing war disrupting practical training aspects of the VET programs. All three countries are undergoing reforms to modernize their education systems and make them more relevant to current job markets. Croatia may be ahead with established national agencies supporting the Ministry of Science and Education. So, in conclusion, each country has its own unique strengths and weaknesses in its education system. While Croatia seems to have a more established and centralized system with focus on modernization, Algeria and Ukraine face challenges in inclusion, resources, and the ongoing war's impact on Ukraine. All three countries are working towards improvement with a growing focus on aligning education with the needs of the job market. Okay, thank you so much everyone for listening. That ends my report. God bless us all.